Hey, this is Christian from catchherandkeepher.co. In 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to show you how to approach a girl. This is valuable information because you need to learn this skill to meet beautiful women that you see every day. When you are out during the day and at night, you want to be able to have the confidence to approach any girl you see and talk to her. Before we get into that, we need to talk about why most guys don't approach. And the reason they don't approach is rejection. So before we go any further, I want to tell you guys to get used to rejection. It's not going away. I know the feeling when you walk up to a girl. It's like going on a roller coaster, but not as fun for your face because it gets really flushed. You're very excited, you're scared, you're nervous, you're intimidated. It's not going to go anywhere ever. It's always going to happen. You might get away with it for a night or two, and it may happen and you may be on, but it's not going to go away for the rest of your life. It's like jumping into a pool. You get wet the first time you jump in. It's very cold. It's okay to jump in again, but after the day's over, you dry off, and the next day you take that first jump. It's not fun again. So rejection is never going to go away. It's always going to be there. I stick to my rule, which is ROR, rejection over regret. What about the mall, the grocery store, the coffee shop, whatever it is? If I see a girl that I want to approach, I would rather go and walk up to her and get rejected than go home and regret not talking to her. Okay, so now let's talk about actually approaching a girl. So when you say you walk up to her, well, if you're a beginner, what do you say, right? Maybe you're not used to talking to girls or for strangers for that matter. Questions and opinions are okay. It's okay to ask questions and opinions, and that's okay for beginners, but it gets kind of boring after a while. You need to move on from there. You can walk up to a woman and say, "Hey, let me get your opinion on this shirt that I want to buy for my sister." Or you can say, "What do you think is better, cats or dogs?" It really doesn't matter what it is. It's okay for small talk or for calibrating yourself and getting used to talking to strangers, but it's not going to take you to her bedroom. It's not going to get you in a relationship with her. It's not going to get you married to her. So start talking and asking questions and use them to walk up to strangers, men and women. This is just to get you socially calibrated. You can say or something like, "Do you have the time?" Or you can say, "Do you have directions to somewhere?" From there, you move on to compliments. So if you see a woman in a coffee shop, you don't ask for her phone number. You don't ask if she will go on a date with you. You can walk up to her and say, "I just love the way you look. You are just so beautiful. It would be doing you a disservice not to come up to you and tell you how good you look today." She can reject you. All she can say is thank you. She can't reject you. Most girls are not bitches. Most girls are not mean. Most people in this world are pretty nice. If you walk up to someone and say, "Hey, I love your smile," you are going to tell them to get the hell away from you. I don't think you are going to do that. I think you're going to be very nice to them. You wouldn't say that. You'd say thank you. So if you start off small, you can't get rejected. Another important point to make is never tailor your approach too much, but you can tailor your approach based on the environment, but not based on the person. There are different ways to approach and talk to somebody that would be appropriate at a club than there would be at a coffee shop. At a club, I can walk up to a girl and start running game on her. I could rub my crotch on her ass. At a coffee shop, if I did that, I would get arrested. So you can kill your approach based on the environment, and you can target it that way, but not based on the person. What I mean by that is, if you're really into Asian girls or perhaps a punk rock girl, I would never change who I am based on who they are. So what should you do if you want to be the best you can be? So you find that person that you like, and then be the best you that you can be and find people that like you. Maybe you're the funny guy. Personally, I'm a guy who likes to joke around. I like to talk a lot. I like to mess with people. and I don't change that. So I don't see a punk rock girl and then try to be what she likes. I just try to be me, and hopefully she likes it. So that's what I mean by never tailing your approach too much. It is a risky gamble. You are going to roll the dice, and chances are it's not going to work out. You stick with one thing that you are, and you make it the best you can possibly be. Then you pitch that to whatever girls you like. Some girls will like you, and some won't. Some of them might go on a date with you. Some of them might want to come home with you. Some of them are going to want to sleep with you, or whatever it is. The next thing you need to do is try to say this something really unique. So the girl I'm going out with now, I said something completely off the wall to her. It was completely out of left field, and it was really unique, and she liked it, and it worked out for me. She was walking by me, and I was out with my friends. She had some messy hair, and she was smoking hot, and I said, "Hey, sex hair." She just stopped completely in her tracks. She had a drink in her hand, and she said, "Did you just call me sex hair?" I said, "Yeah." She then said, "Is that an insult or a compliment?" I said, "Personally, when me and a girl get done having sex, that's when she looks her best. So that's definitely a compliment." She started laughing, and we started talking. We exchanged numbers, and now we have been seeing each other for over 6 months, so it worked out for me. Once you progress past the beginner stage, you don't want to ask too many questions. You don't want to make too many opinions, and you don't want to ask too many opinions. You want to lead the conversation. You are the man. You are there to date her, to sleep with her, to possibly marry her. You're not there to be her psychiatrist. You don't want to ask questions and opinions all the time because she leads the conversation, and then you're boring. All those questions and opinion openers, they can be used sparingly. If all else fails, just say, "Hi, I want to meet you." "Hi, my name is Christian. I thought you looked like an interesting person, so let's exchange numbers." Like I said, most girls are not mean. Most girls are not rude. Most girls are just happy to talk to somebody. And my friends and I, when we do this, we go out. And even if there is a guy in the group, don't be intimidated by the guy. You have to be the guy that is the leader. So you walk up to the group, and you're a fun person. You say, "Hey, you guys look fun. We want you to come hang out with our group of friends. Why don't we all just hang out together and have a good time?" In this video, we learn how to approach a girl and how to talk to her. If you are considering approaching a girl, you need to watch out for not coming off as genuine. You want to be the best you can be. Smart girls can sense when you're not being yourself and you're trying to pretend. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to approach a girl. If you want to learn more in depth about how to approach a woman, go to catchherandkeepher.co. I've written a book on this, and you can get it at Amazon.com. Click the link and go download that book. Like this video, comment, and share, all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next video.